all right. The righteous redneck is coming at you. What we're going to do today, we're going to change the license plate bulbs. This right side on this car is out. So I'm not really sure if there's two bulbs in there or if it's just one bulb. I'll let you know here shortly. So the first thing we got to do, you open the trunk lid, the deck lid. You've got this piece right here, this material that's got to come out so you can get to the hole to get to the wiring. Now let's look at some options. Let's kind of get in on these little plastic grommets. You can see you got a little notch there, and there's another one on that side. Now you got some options as far as using what tools to use to get these out. You got a panel puller here. You can use these, but with these you got to be careful, because when you get underneath your grommet, really it's a pry tool, and you start prying on these, come at an angle and start prying, what you're doing is you're bending. Unless you pull straight out, you're bending it. And if you bend it, and these are cheap, but still it's the point of it, you're bending the grommet and you can snap it. So another option, I think it's a better option, is going with a pair of needle nose pliers, and I like using these angled ones, these longer ones. It kind of comes to a fine point, and you can grab by those notches on either side of it and you can pull it straight out. I think that'll be a better option. So you can either take this entire piece off, taking all the grommets off, and you got, let's see, there's 2, 3, 4 at the top, and it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the bottom. And there's one here, so 5, 6, and 7 total. So I think what I'm going to try to do is just remove these top 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think maybe this will fold down enough to where I can get my hand in there. We'll see here shortly. And before we go any further, first of all, this is a 2018 Toyota Corolla SE. So the bulb number for these license plate lights is a 168 bulb. That's what you're gonna need, and we'll find out here shortly if it's 1 or 2 bulbs per side. All right, let me handle this panel. I'm my own cameraman today. All right, well, first of all, I can tell you using that panel puller actually worked out better, so backtrack on that. I was thinking this material was going to be harder than what it is, and I wouldn't be able to get under them real well, but you can. And all I did to keep from bending it, tearing them up, is you put the panel puller underneath it, and you just kind of rock it left and right, and once you get it loose so much, you can just pull straight out. So no problem on that. That came out good. So I've got this down. It's really hard to see, but up in there, that's the one we need to get to. So what I've seen, that's the harness. You got to reach in, and again, I don't have a cameraman. That whole plastic piece, the whole thing you're seeing there, not just the wire and harness going to it, but that whole thing, from what I've seen and read, twists. It's like a quarter turn to the left, and then the whole thing will come out. But I'm gonna make sure of that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this thing. One single bulb. Now, when you reach in, you see these you got kind of little rough edges on there. When you do it, don't just twist it, okay? Push in and twist. Okay, so push the flat surface in and twist it to the left. Not very far. Push in, twist, and then pull out. Real simple. And that's what you got. Gonna pull that bulb out and replace it with a 168 bulb. It's really best. These bulbs are so cheap, I'm not too worried about it. But you're not supposed to touch a bulb, any bulb, with your hands unless you have gloves on, because even the oil from your skin can put a hot spot on these bulbs and cause premature, like it just puts a hot spot on the bulb and it can cause it to go out quicker. So we're gonna pop this out. You just grab it and pull it out. This one's blown, so I don't care. And we're gonna pop the new one in. All right. Tried to pull it out with my thumb and index finger. That didn't work. They're in there pretty good. I mean, you just push them in, but I had to put my pliers on them. So good thing about that is it's an old bulb, so if you bust it, no big deal. Just get out the rest of it and put your new one in. So all right, we're gonna pop the new one in, do the reverse procedure with that twist lock, and should pop right back in place. Let's see. All right, so looking at the harness, the socket, you can see your flat section is going to go, across. So that's how we put the new bulb in. All right, new bulb is pressed in. Let's try to get up in here and look. You can see that plastic. If I can get up in here, you're just gonna finagle it, put it back in place, and it should be like a quarter twist to the right. Should lock it back in place. I'll let you guys know